Imagine girl on girl or parents to their kid.
We like need to oppress females and like make them feel guilty about being sexual, not even having to be sexual, like just being themselves.
If a man has sex with multiple women, it is seen as a good thing, as a manly type of thing.
It shouldn't be something that happens.
It should not be something that takes place in school.
But if a woman were to do the exact same thing, she would immediately be deemed as a slut. And due to that dichotomy and due to the fact that she'd be lowered in her character, if anything were to happen to her in regards to sexual assault, rape, so on, it'd be blamed on her.
The word slut is a label that is given to a man or a woman that is perceived to engage in unacceptably high levels of sexual behavior. Along with being considered a slut comes the nature of being slut-shamed. Slut-shaming is the act of criticizing an individual's behavior and appearance in regards to sexual behavior. However, the literal definition claims that slut-shaming is related to criticizing a woman. Does this mean that men aren't slut-shamed? Or is that women are so highly prone to slut-shaming that the concept of a man being slut-shamed is completely disregarded? We took to the streets of FIU to ask some students some questions about slut-shaming.
Well, personally, it's her decision. I would just want her to be happy.
Right.
You know, because I wish that everybody would, you know, find love one day, get married, have kids. But if she's like really young and she's doing what she's doing and she's happy with it, then I don't see wrong with it.
I think that to each their own, so long as the person's not being like cheating on anyone or anything like that.
First, I would evaluate how I feel about that female. Then after that, based off that, I'd make my decision, and if I saw any type of opportunity, I'd be a little promiscuous.
A female friend wouldn't have an issue as long as she was safe, because I would just give her as much information on safety as possible.
I would feel concerned for her well-being, but I would also, unless I was really close to them, I wouldn't really have a say or feel like I need to feel anything towards it.
I would feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It would feel the same.
I'd probably feel the same way.
First, I'd try and see which females he was talking to and see if I approved. And if I approved of everybody he was getting with and I think that he was doing things right, then I'd probably tell him, good job, congratulations for you, keep up the good work.
Really the exact same.
It's the same thing? Alright.
I guess just like in the female way, if anything I'd care a little less just because I don't really have any close male friends that much. But I guess I would be concerned for their safety. But besides that, I don't really care.
I feel like we're all really desensitized to people being promiscuous.
Yeah.
And also you have like the slut walk.
Right, of course.
You have things like that now. If you want to avoid being slut shamed, I guess keep those things to yourself. Keep it personal because it is personal, and I feel like you don't want to say all those things like out loud, like everything. You know how like people always talk about, refrain from talking about religion or politics.
Yeah.
You could also refrain from your sexual activity. Just to keep it safe.
Yeah.
Bring more awareness to the problem of slut shaming. Definitely be the solution.
How?
Through posters, maybe rallies and
Okay.
stuff like that.
The people that are slut shaming other people have to think to themselves before they slut shame, like, why am I making this person feel negative about themselves even though I disapprove of their actions? Like, is it making, and at the same time the people that are being slut shamed just have to accept that nobody else's opinion of them really matters except themselves.
But the first thing that I'd think of is actually research and find out what it is. A lot of people have issues with this topic because they just hear extreme sides to the issue and without even forming their own idea, their own opinion. So with that, you can research the topic and see what you find to be the correct thing to do. And if you see a situation going on, I understand that people are not always confrontational. I understand that's an awkward situation. But if so, there are many ways to distract a potential perpetrator. There are many ways to get a potential victim out of the scenario without you directly being involved.
Yeah.
You can, if it's in a large area, contact someone near you and see if they're willing to. If anything, pretend the person's your friend, bring them over, find a way to get these individuals, if they are just individuals separated.
I think that we should just be ourselves, and if you want to dress how you want to dress, you can do it. And I think the more exposed people are to it, the more they'll get over it, and eventually it won't be an insult, it'll be a compliment.
Than them. But at the same time, what is a lot of sexual intercourse? Is it having sex with 30 people a week, 5 people a week, 1 person a week, no people, maybe 1 person a month? So, like, is somebody a little bit of a slut, a lot of a slut? It's like, I don't believe in slut shaming because I think it's just putting a label to something, and that's like unnecessary. You do you.
Sadly, there's no sole solution that can expel slut shaming from our community. This is mainly because a group effort is the crucial component required to bring it to an end. Today, there are numerous feminist movements and projects that are being funded to promote awareness as a means of ending slut shaming. Together, we can end slut.